What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Before we even get started, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. We are pumping out a lot of Instagram content, but we're starting to focus a little bit more on YouTube. So I would truly appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button right now. So I wanted to make a video just to talk about my situation right now with everything going on with COVID-19 and also how that impacted basically all of the market and everybody, you know, working in any industry. So I wanted to just talk about that and maybe help somebody who's going through a similar situation as mine. It's been a little rough. I've been, you know, as many of you know, I do suffer from anxiety, and it's been such an anxious time. It's just like with everything going on with anxiety, you know, with stability, financial anxiety, and also this like unrealistic anxiety that I'm going to get the virus and that something is going to happen, I'm going to get really sick. It's just constant anxiety for one reason or another. So I wanted to talk about that also. I recently got laid off, or as they so beautifully put it, I got furloughed. So what does that mean? That's just essentially a fancy word for getting laid off from your job. So as some of you know, I do work in the hospitality industry. I work in human resources, and I've worked in that property for about for the industry for about 2 years for various properties. So with everything going on with COVID-19, basically the entire market just plunged. Like, you know, occupancies were going so low. Everything was, all the markets, all the hotels, you know, all of the establishments around where I work were closed, so we basically couldn't, you know, muster up any business. So I was one of the, you know, unfortunate people in the group of people who got laid off. So I was furloughed for 90 days, so that means that I get to go on an unpaid leave for that time. And the company also has a policy that you, during that time, can't cash out your vacation or PTO that I have earned. So there's no way for me to just cash that out and get paid. It's simply starting Monday, you're laid off, you're not working, and it's unpaid. Naturally, you know, I would have to apply for unemployment, which I have never done in my life. Like, I have been unemployed before. You know, I've been in situations where I didn't have a job, which is very depressing, and I would never want to be in a situation again. But I live with my mom. I had kind of like a backup or security. But right now, I do have a system. I have a support system. I'm fortunate enough that I know that I'm not going to go hungry or go homeless. But I still want that, you know, source of income, because I do live in New York, which is extremely expensive. And I want to, you know, keep contributing and helping in my household any way that I can. So I will apply for unemployment, which I have never done before. So I started the process, and you basically have to make an online account with your email and your credentials, and then based on the day of the week is when you are assigned to apply. So for me, my turn is on Monday. So I would have to go in on Monday and do all of this. And today is Saturday, just for reference, but I have to go in on Monday and do this and see how that goes. I've heard that the website is extremely busy and tends to crash, so I don't really know how that's going to go. But I wanted to just make a video and tell people these are the steps basically that you can take. If you have been recently furloughed or laid off, you have the option to apply for unemployment. Now, from there on, how does that go? I can't really tell you, because I've never done it. This is my first time, so I'm just learning as I go, basically. Also, for just other companies, it might be different. My situation might be different from somebody else. You know, some companies are kind of requiring you to take your vacation or PTO that you have in your bank, so you have to cash it out, which is a good and a bad thing, because you might not want to take it. You might want to save it for when all of this kind of dies out and you want to take a vacation, but you might want to take it just for the financial security, so it depends. So I recommend just researching basically your options and how your company is operating, because a lot of these things can be depending on the policy. So my company had the policy that you can't use it. It had a pause for it, but it might be different for somebody else. So definitely just do your research and find out how, you know, your leaders are going about this. Just kind of, you know, go with the flow, because unfortunately we're in a situation that we can't control. My layoff is for 90 days, but it might be longer. I really doubt that it's going to be shorter than that, but it can happen. You know, the business can pick up, the hotels can start opening up again, and, you know, there's a demand there, so it might be less than that. I really doubt it, because it was really not looking good at all. So, and it kept getting worse and worse. So if you work for a restaurant, it might be difficult right now, because they are shutting down all the restaurants, and even for some of them are for takeout only, but some restaurants, some businesses have unfortunately just shut down because they're unable to stay afloat, which is really sad. And also for the people who have small businesses, and, you know, whether it be a restaurant, salon, or something, it's such a tough time, and my heart is with you. So just hang in there, and, you know, unfortunately we kind of just have to roll with the punches in situations like these, but I'm trying my best to just support small businesses in any way that I can. You know, buying something, ordering something, whether that be, you know, sharing something online, and also sharing resources for parents who are stuck home and can't work, and can't feed their kids. Just anything that I can. I'm just trying to basically just put it out there, because it's a tough time. But aside from all of that, I'm actually in really good spirits. Like, it was a crappy situation, and when I was told, I didn't feel the same way that I feel now, but I really think that this time coming, you know, these next 90 days are going to be kind of eye-opening for me. It's going to be a time where I can just focus on what I really want to do. Of course, I'm going to, you know, keep creating content for all of you guys and focus on Wolf and Unicorn, but I'm also going to take the time to just reflect and kind of just figure out what it is that I actually want to do, what's my calling, and what's something that's going to excite me, you know, to think about doing. And also just reconnecting with a lot of, you know, things and people. I've been reaching out one-on-one to my friends just to check how they're doing. We've even scheduled FaceTime calls, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm making the most out of it. I'm going to try to also have a routine for myself where I don't fall into a dark place. I'm definitely gonna go for walks and exercise and just stay off of my phone as much as I can, because when you're stuck in the house, you can definitely just scroll for like 6 hours, and I'm not looking to do that. I've also tried to just curate the content that I'm consuming a lot better now, because like inevitably it's going to be way more time on my phone, so I'm just trying to stay educated and stay active, even if it is scrolling on social media. I want to see, you know, content that's inspiring, content that is clean and fresh and a different perspective, and not so much just makeup tutorials and fashion, which is, it's still, you know, entertainment, but I'm really trying to be aware and kind of know what I'm consuming and why I'm consuming that. So I definitely recommend that everybody else is the same. Also focusing on what I eat, how I eat, how much I eat in a day, you know, my coffee intake, all of those things. So I'm definitely just taking the time to, you know, be a lot more aware, open my eyes, and take a step back, because we live in this society, we live in a world where everything is just quick, you know, especially in New York City. You just wake up, do your routine, out the door you go, and it's like bam, like thing after thing. So definitely enjoying the time at home, you know, taking advantage of just being home and being able to kind of do what I want whenever I want, which is so beautiful. A lot of people don't get to do that, but I'm definitely going to just try to stay positive and stay afloat. And of course, that's not always going to be the case, but I'm trying to just be more transparent and more open, and that's why I'm making the video. So if anyone is going through a similar situation, please know that you're not alone. It can get tough, and for a lot of people who don't have the security that I have, unfortunately, they're wondering, what the hell am I going to do? Just know that you're going to get through it, and just use your time wisely, you know, and You know, a lot of people are building communities now. We are all in this situation, so just look out. And if I can help in any way, please let me know. I know there's a lot of people that are, you know, doing Zoom accounts or just meetings so we can all just stay healthy and stay present and positive. So if there's anything that I can do, please let me know. I'll definitely be brainstorming on my side as well. It's tough, but we should just try to stay positive and realistic, and just use this time to reflect and reconnect. And that's what I plan to do. So thank you for watching. This was just a small little rant, and I wanted to let everyone know what I'm going through and how I'm taking it, basically. You know, it comes in waves. You know, sometimes I feel very high energy and very in good spirits and optimistic, and some days I'm just like, what the hell's going on, and why is this getting worse and worse by the day? But I feel like opening up the doors for conversation and just trying to connect with, you know, my peers and build community, I think that's the way that we're gonna get through this. So hang in there. We are, as cliche as it sounds, we are all in this together, and there's only one way that we can defeat all this negativity and everything going on, and it's by unifying and staying together and staying positive. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. It definitely helped me to feel lighter, and I'm just planning on doing more of these, just talking to you guys and reconnecting and opening up, you know, the conversation so we can all just feel better about stuff that's going on. Sometimes, you know, even talking about it is just what we need to do. And also try to remember that some days just staying in bed or hitting up an old friend or cleaning your makeup brushes is the most productive thing that you can do. Don't try to just bury yourself in all this work because you're home. You don't have to come up with the next best thing. You don't have to write a book or, you know, invent something that's going to cure COVID-19. That's not your responsibility. Just take care of yourself. Try to stay healthy physically and also mentally, because it's all we have, you know? We have to just stay afloat any way that we can. And definitely overwhelming yourself with work and, you know, thinking you need to put stuff out there is not the wave. So, alright guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.